I'm here on the lands of the Kumbamerri people of the Mibini, Narungwal, Bundjalung and Yugambeh language groups. I pay my respect to the elders past and present and acknowledge their enduring custodianship of this beautiful land. I acknowledge sovereignty was never ceded. This is, was and always will be Aboriginal land. Amnesty International is an independent human rights organisation that challenges injustice, speaks truth to power and works to build a rights-respecting society where human rights are protected and respected for all. I truly believe that human rights are the answer to the world's most complex challenges. As the CEO of Amnesty International Australia, I find it deeply satisfying and meaningful to be part of leading a movement that has the potential to change the world by changing systems, structures, policy, legislation, and holding those who violate our rights to account. It's also a privilege to live on these beautiful lands. The Gold Coast is known for its connection to nature, the laid-back culture of sand, surf and sea, and of course the majestic hinterland. Over time, this city has grown from being Australia's prime tourist destination to a hub of entrepreneurship, education, health services and information technology. This city is also now home to a flourishing creative sector where art and culture are embraced and nurtured as part of everyday community life. Art and human rights are strongly linked together. Art plays a powerful role in communicating messages to large audiences, calling out oppression, injustice, and also provoking and inspiring people to feel and to take action. At the same time, the right to artistic expression is a fundamental aspect of cultural rights and is explicitly mentioned in international covenants. This is why I'm excited to introduce Amnesty's Artists for Rights project that involves local artists whose diverse art practices are motivated by their passion to promote and protect human rights and to shed light on social justice issues that are close to their hearts.
Hi, my name's Justine Dillon. I'm a Kumbamerri, Nunakul, Nugi, Garimpal traditional owner. My family's from here on the Gold Coast. My father was a Kumbamerri traditional owner. My mother and father both have Aboriginal heritage from Quandamooka country as well. Quandamooka being Mulgumpin, Moreton Island and Minjerribah, North Stradbroke Island. My passion too is engaging my wider non-Indigenous community in Aboriginal culture because I grew up seeing the beauty in it and not a lot of the negative stigmas that a lot of people have heard about or seen. Part of my journey is sharing those beautiful parts I grew up engaging in, like doing women's business, doing the song and dance, listening to my elders, passing those stories on. Social justice is a big part of our goals as well, not only for our Aboriginal people, but ensuring that other people from other First Nations feel culturally safe here too. We hope that something changes in that way so that we can be more proud of our First Nations people here in Australia.
My name is Andrew Engelbrecht and I'm a portrait and headshot photographer located on the Gold Coast of Australia. As an immigrant, I'm passionate about the right for everyone to be able to freely practice their culture and religion in Australia. When people move to Australia, I think it's essential for them to embrace the cultural identity of Australia. It's also essential for them to be able to freely practice their own cultural and religious beliefs in the country. As a portrait and headshot photographer, I have opportunity every time I sit down with a client to be able to not only show the diversity of the people that I photograph in the imagery, but I also have the opportunity to sit down with them and hear their story of how they either grew up in Australia or whether they came here as immigrants or refugees. Through my photography, I then share that with the community and raise awareness of the cultural diversity on the Gold Coast.
Hi, my name is Tina Toka and I'm a multimedia artist and I'm from the Gold Coast. For the young people, community engagement, social impact. There's a personal narrative, my own injustice, and that's why I use my creative to voice it out. Future projects would be about youth justice and creating workshops and programs for young people that go through the criminal justice.
I'm Mira Lastreza and I am a mixed media artist living and creating here on the Gold Coast. I'm very passionate about climate justice Through my artworks, I convey a message of environmental issues that are currently pressing. I use discarded materials, recycled materials to carefully construct my pieces. I want to convey a message of ability of us as a collective to transform the ordinary into the extraordinary.
Hi, my name is Helena Horsley. I'm a contemporary fine artist here on the Gold Coast, and I paint in a variety of different styles. I'm passionate about human rights, children's rights and homelessness here on the Gold Coast. I painted a beautiful painting of a girl in the park. She's just a young, innocent little child, barefooted, with her parents in the background, and she's stepping unknowingly on needles all around her. And I just want to bring the awareness of how important it is to have safety for our children and have them to grow up in a happy, free, enjoyable way. And it all starts with the children, and hopefully art can make this more aware for everybody to see.
Hello, my name is Reynaldo Alcacer. I am an artist based in the Gold Coast. I dabble in visual art, all sorts, but my favorite is mixed media. The freedom of artistic expression is the power to create whatever you wish and to just introduce people to your little world that you've created. It's also important because sadly, there are some places and societies that do not allow for freedom of artistic expression. I want to be able to live in a world where we are able to foster our creativity to also create their own worlds through any kind of art medium.
Hi, my name is Tal Fitzpatrick. I'm an artist, researcher and craftivist living and working on the lands of the Kombumerri people of the Yugambeh language region. My practice is specifically about art and craft as a means for activism and advocacy, and in particular, most recently, I've been making work about women's rights and the issue of gender-based violence and family violence. I use my art as a way to have conversations about complex issues like gender-based violence, domestic violence, issues like financial abuse, and I've got work touring nationally with the Museum of Australian Democracy, which are kind of textile banners that look to bring these issues up in community, and I work with community members to create their own banners about human rights issues that they're passionate about, and I think art can change the world.
Through the support of the local Amnesty volunteers who are part of the Amnesty Vision Action Group based on the Gold Coast, these local artists will lead an artist-run collaborative project that will culminate in a showcase of the artistic outcomes from workshops and creative activities in 2025. You are all invited to collaborate with this project that will not only raise awareness of social issues that affect our local communities, but will create safe spaces for artists and non-artists to engage in meaningful conversations and to take action to promote and protect our human rights. This is a project that encourages us to look closer to our home and find that human rights matter in our own homes, schools, workplaces, and wherever we conduct our daily lives. As Eleanor Roosevelt once said, where, after all, do universal human rights begin? In small places close to home.